Hey humans, so I have been meaning to have a conversation about something, I guess mostly with myself, but yes, I have thoughts, I swear. So, first off, the video I do plan on with the whole D&D thing that I mentioned before. That's still happening. I just have to do it. For some reason I haven't done it yet. But I will do it. And I need to move on so I don't waste all the time talking about one thing and actually get to what I'm actually trying to talk about right now. And so there is this girl, right? She's an only child, I think. I honestly don't know that much about this person, apart from the fact that they live in Beverly Hills, somewhere where people spend and have a lot of money. And she's been famous for a couple of months. And just recently I've watched a few videos about other people talking about her. I haven't watched her videos myself because no. And if I need to, obviously I will, but at this point I'm not trying to present fact, like, how do I say this? Like, I'm not trying to be a casual observer. I'm trying to put my 2 cents in, I suppose. So there's that. That's also a heart. I drew in Sharpie. What was her name? Nicolette Gray, I believe. She's an... Did I say she was an only child? I don't remember. Only child. Don't know where her dad is. Her mom works very hard, from what I understand, to pay for all these things, and Nicolette hasn't done a damn thing to make up for that or anything. There was this whole thing on Dr. Phil which brought her to light and just made an internet whatever about it, and then it's just only gotten worse from there. And I can't. I need to say something for my sake, if no one else's. Because this girl, she is many things I despise in this world. She is entitled. She is spoiled. She has no sense of accountability. And she's manipulative, which is probably the worst thing for me, personally. Now, from what I understand, the reason that she gets all the things that she gets and has everything she does is because, as I think I mentioned before, her mom works really super hard and makes all the money and does all the work. And the way that her mom has raised her the way she's raised her was just, here, have everything and anything you want. And on the surface level, that's not a bad thing, but that goes downhill very quickly as she has become. And from what her mom has said, apparently she feels guilty for not being at home and watching her child because she's an only mother and has to work all the time. Now that's a perfectly reasonable, like, logical conclusion, because you want to be, like, typically when you're a parent, you want to spend time with your kid. You want to love your kid. You want to be there for your kid. And so I understand why she feels the way she feels. The problem, obviously, here is that she didn't ever say no. She didn't stop. She didn't draw a line. She didn't do anything to stop her, to stop Nicolette from becoming who she is today. And, some days I have no words for people like this, and it just hurts to see it. Now, Nicolette has learned that if she uses that guilt to her advantage, she can get whatever she wants from her mom and not have to do a single thing. And that kind of manipulation makes me want to do horrible things. Just horrible, awful things. I wouldn't do them, obviously, because, I mean, she's not worth my time. Hi, Dad.
Want some fish?
No, but thank you.
All right, well, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to people on the internet. Hey, thanks.
Thank you, darling.
Oh, I wore a cone on my head. It was great.
It was a red letter day.
What does that mean?
A good day.
Oh, that's not bad. So,
I don't know
what was I saying? I lost my train of thought when he got in
I'm
here.
sure that's hard to do.
Super hard.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Nicolette was the girl I'm talking about right now.
Nicolette?
The really spoiled one.
Oh. I think she was on like a television show.
She was on Dr. Phil.
Yeah, I think I've seen.
Oh yeah,
her.
she's not a good person. I'm sure there can be.
Super entitled.
Yeah, extremely. To the point where I personally think that she is the definition of white privilege, if there ever was one. I personally don't think that a race can necessarily... Ugh. I'm gonna get so much flack for this. Thank you. I actually am gonna have one. I don't personally think... Dad, I'm trying to talk! I don't personally think a race or group of people can necessarily have privilege on its own. There has to be more than just that one thing. Like, I understand that there are things that happen to people, and that's perfectly understandable, but the thing is, a race does not define privilege. Does that make sense?
I think I know what you're trying to say. It's not just because someone's Caucasian.
Exactly.
But because there may be those who certainly don't fit in that category.
Yeah.
Well, kind of what you're talking about is the nature of prejudice anyway.
Yeah.
You take a trait, and it may be a common trait, which we usually call a stereotype.
Yeah.
But it gets generalized to everyone. And that's what makes it prejudice.
Yeah.
Right?
I understand why people say white privilege is a thing. And, like, I'm not going to try and contest that because, honestly, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to attack you. That's not what I'm trying to say here.
We don't know what it's like. We don't know what it's like to be another race, you know? I mean,
Exactly.
To be a minority and what that expression... I think that's a lot of what they talk about is we take for granted a lot of things that we don't get the kind of flack that a lot of other groups do.
That, you know, in a lot of ways, that's true.
And that's, I think, a lot of times what they're talking about and certain attitudes that come along with that. You know?
Although, anyway, sorry, I'm getting off track. If there was a definition for someone help me. If there was a definition for white privilege, or rather personification of that definition, this girl would be it. And that just pisses me off. Because not only does she not work and hasn't worked a day in her life, but now that she's well known, she's making money off of that. Because of... No, don't thank you. Stop! I'm trying to talk! Stop it!
Find out that dishes.
I will fight you.
Dishes. Yeah, I gotta admit, that's a little funny.
It is, but I'm trying to stay on focus here. I've already been talking for like 11 minutes.
Nicolette's her name?
Nicolette Gray? I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. I know her first name's Nicolette. I think.
I've seen her. She's annoying.
Like, I want to be nice because that's who I am as a person. I like giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Some people are harder to be nicer to.
Dad, can I talk?
Sorry, Dad. Sorry.
It's okay. It happens. We all do it. It's true. And I want her to be happy and everything, because on a general sense, I do care about... I'm gonna put my arm on this, don't worry. I do care about people on a general level, because that's just who I am. I have a lot of emotion and stuff. That's a story for another time.
You have a lot of stuff.
I have a lot of stuff, and that being said, I do not personally condone, approve, or what's another word? Like what she's doing and how she's doing it. She manipulates her mother. She makes her feel more guilty than she should be.
She knows what buttons to press, huh?
Yeah. And she gets away with it. And now she's getting paid for it.
That pisses you off.
It pisses me off so much.
There you go.
That's...
And how much does it piss you off?
I would, if I had the chance, I would buy a plane ticket to go talk to her. And I don't care how horrible it would go, but we would have a very serious conversation.
You tell her off? And let her have it?
Yeah.
Smack
As
her.
much as I'd want to hit her, I wouldn't, because that wouldn't help the situation.
It's not you.
That too, although...
Have you hit anybody like that before?
No, but I wanted to. Dad, I'm trying.
You're good at this, aren't you?
No. Why would I do that?
Because cut down all this nonsense.
It's more natural and more genuine that way if you don't edit it. Plus, it's not as much work. But like, it's not that I'm not willing. It's just I'm also not willing.
You just don't want to.
Well, that's part of it. Like, I would like to edit it if I could, but I also do kind of like the unedited format. That aside,
That's one of the reasons why I tempt you with fish.
in conclusion to this horrible mess of a video, Nicolette, if my thought process is slow also, so that doesn't help.
That was noisy.
I'll end it with this. talking directly to her if she would ever see this. Nicolette, you need to stop. And you need to, at the very least, show gratitude for what you've been given. Because this is upsetting, infuriating, and honestly demoralizing to a lot of people. Please stop.
I can see you're quite agitated.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
You've been more agitated than usual lately.
Can we not talk about that right now?
Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Yes, I know, but I'm trying to... This is my life. Anyway.
This is half the fun. You're making a very serious point.
Yes.
Okay.
At the end of the day, this kind of manipulation, or any kind of manipulation at someone else's expense, is not only not okay,
Cool.
but it's gonna come back to bite you.
Bite. Bite hard.
Dad, can you please let me finish the video?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure it's Turkish restaurant. It's very good.
Smack your face. Sorry.
They need to get a little taste of what you're
Dad! Help me!
Just a taste. Kind of like fish.
It's gonna come back to bite you. And you're not gonna like it.
Speaking of bites,
Dad, I'm not done.
thought you were done.
No!
This one's unbitten. This one will come back and bite you. You've been bitten by Swedish fish?
Stop!
That's a kiss, that's not a nibble.
Anyway,
It's going to come back to
I
bite
can't, yeah,
you. You were saying.
it is.
Okay. Because she's rude.
She's rude. She's,
Turkish delight.
she's rude, she's condescending. She doesn't care about anybody else, so narcissism, or at least symptoms of it. She's very good at manipulation. Like,
So that's
if you watch her videos, I haven't personally watched the actual videos. I've watched people watching them and then talking about it. There's one about her going to Walmart. And you can tell the way that she speaks is like intentionally lighting the fire, or like poking it with a stick
stick poker.
so that
Hate that.
the hate flame can rise, and that'll get her more money. So it's like, yeah, I'm not okay with her behavior at the very least, and if there's anything I can do to at least, I don't know, talk to her or her mom or anything, or even just help people see that kind of behavior, and like that it's not okay, first of all, and how it works, so that it can be avoided in the future in similar situations or other situations that it might apply to.
She's really got you torqued out.
A lot of things have. I just haven't talked about them ever.
So this is your personal rampage.
This is more of a self-expression, yes.
Tanner rant.
No,
You should call it that.
I know.
Tanner rant.
No,
I like
I'm
that.
not calling it a rant.
You could call it Swedish fish rant.
Oh my god. I will end on that note. Peace to you humans.